Welcome, fellow bookworms, to Tibra's Den. My name is Whitney, and I got a bonus video for you guys. I read my first Agatha Christie book, so I am going to go ahead and talk about this today. I started with the first one she wrote, which of course is The Mysterious Affair at Styles. The whole reason I decided to go ahead and read her after all this time, if you haven't been following along on the ABC Author Challenge, I hope you will do so. There is a playlist. But I read The Mystery of Mrs. Christie by Marie Benedict, and this was my author for B, of course, and just absolutely loved this. And so I kind of wanted to know more about Agatha Christie, and she does talk about, the some of the books she wrote. And so I decided I wanted to read a book by Agatha Christie. I still really want to get Agatha Christie's autobiography. Like, I would love to read that. So that's definitely a goal of mine. Hopefully within this next year, but if not, at some point. But yeah, absolutely love this. Strongly encourage, especially if you are an Agatha Christie fan, and even if you aren't, I think a lot of people would enjoy this. And so yeah, that's kind of what brought me about. I actually got this one in my last uh, thrift haul for the ABC Author Challenge, in which I got the rest of the letters. And so now that's done. I just have to read through them. And there won't be an update for a little while because I'm on F now, which is this monster of a book called The Tenets of Time by Thomas Flanagan. There's 820 pages in this, and so this is going to take me a little while. Of course, I'm going to be reading it as I do some of my normal reads and such, so there's not going to be an update for a little while. Fraulein? The cat's thinking about coming in. So there's not going to be an update on the ABC Author Challenge in a little while, but that's kind of what led me to finally deciding to bite the bullet and read an Agatha Christie book. I have to say, reading it, I just verified or solidified kind of why I was never interested in reading her before. I'm not big on these types of murder mysteries. They're just not my cup of tea. Another book I read for the ABC Author Challenge was Dead Man Docking by Mary Daim. I want to say is how you pronounce her name. It's Daheim. Um, but yeah, they're not my cup of tea. I've never really enjoyed these types of murder mysteries. This one wasn't so bad because it wasn't quite over the top like Dead Man Docking. So I did enjoy this one a little bit more because it was a little bit more realistic, but it's just not something that I really enjoy. To me, you leave that to the authorities, like, when a murder happens. And so I've never been a big fan. That being said, I did enjoy this book somewhat, for what it was. That's the thing. Like, I go in looking at it, what it is, and so for what it was it enjoyable for me? Yes. Knowing that that's just not something I typically enjoy, I can see why a lot of people enjoy this. It's not a very big book, but it felt like it was a lot longer. Like, there's just so much going on. It's only 182 pages, um, and there's just so much packed into those pages. But it's just for me when I'm reading it, like, I'm just lost. Like, I'm not good at picking up the clues or anything. So the whole time I'm just like, I don't know who it is. Like, I'm just lost the whole time. And I did not expect who it was in the end at all. So yeah, I didn't have it, but yeah, it was pretty enjoyable. I'm glad I started with that one. I would like to read some of maybe her later works and see, how her style changed or anything like that. But is she an author I'm gonna, pick up again and again to read? No, definitely not. But I am glad I did read this. It was pretty fun. I did not particularly like the either one of the characters, honestly. So there's a bunch of different ones, of course, but like the main character that they're kind of following is Hastings, and I don't know, he just like jumped right in, but he had no clue at all. And then you have Hercule Poirot, which I know before when I said his name, I totally butchered it, which I always do. So I used to say Merlot, I used to say Merlot, and when I first said his name, I said Perrot. So just a fun little fact. I really struggle with pronunciation sometimes. Like my mind sees that T, it must be said. But yeah, he was just kind of a little bit arrogant, and I just did not like his overall personality. And then Hastings, like I said, he just would jump right in there and like, oh, it's this person. It's like me, if I was trying to solve it. Oh, it's this person. Oh no, this clue. So it has to be this person and then this person. Like just all over the place. You don't know what you're doing. Leave it to the authorities. And like I said, that actual investigator or detective, he's kind of arrogant and kind of condescending almost as well. And so I didn't really enjoy that. But just in case you've never read this or don't know anything about it, it basically there's an elderly woman at Styles and she is poisoned. And so they're just trying to figure out who in the household did it. You have her two sons, one of the sons' wife, a young lady that they've kind of taken in, and some of the like servants and such. Which one in particular was really close to the elderly woman, and so she's kind of more of a part than some of the other servants, if that makes sense. And so they're just trying to figure out who in the household could have poisoned her. And it's mysterious because of course all the doors have been bolted and everything. I will say one thing I really enjoyed, let me see if I can find um it is she kind of would leave little things. So she would have the writing, and then she would leave like this is a map, so you kind of know the layout. And then another one, you have some writing the that was left. So I really liked those touches. I thought that kind of brings you into the story and makes you feel like you're along on the case. So I really did enjoy that aspect of it. But overall, again, murder mysteries just aren't my tea. But for what it was, I thought this was really fun, really easy to read. Um, but I was just clueless the whole time. I'm sure somebody who is really good at little clues and such and enjoys reading murder mysteries could probably figure it out way better than I did. But yeah, I thought it was a fun read. So, but yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I know that's not my cup of tea. I am, like I said, planning on getting her autobiography. I want to read that, and then I also want to read maybe some of her later works just to see any style change or anything like that. So, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys here. Don't forget, I am doing the 25 days of Bookmas over on TikTok and Instagram. So if you want to see what I'm opening up as I'm opening them up, check out those platforms. Otherwise, I will be doing a compilation video here on YouTube sometime between Christmas and the New Year. And then in the New Year, I'm going to get back to my regular series. But that's it for today. Happy reading, everyone. Bye.